Speaks from authenticity. So for more than 25 years, Amanda Gore has been one of America and Australia's most admired speakers. And she tells me she promises to keep the language clean, so I'm looking forward to that. She's Australian, come on. So she believes success in business is always about our feelings. The way we feel about our product, about our organization, about a person, influences our behavior. So she uses the principles of emotional intelligence to transform the spirit of people and cultures. For all of our leadership attendees who got to hear from her earlier this week, don't worry. She has something brand new that she's going to share with all of us today. So, here to share her insights, please give a warm Scentsy welcome to Amanda Gore.
We love you, Chuck. Don't we? What a great story. And I am so glad to be back here. But by the way, I never have notes. But I created something brand new for you. Do we have any more lights in the house? So, just the other day, yesterday in fact, I received, thank you, an email. And the email had a poem in it from an Indian poet, a Sanskrit poem. And I have never used this before, but I'm going to use it because I think it's perfect for what we're doing at the moment. Here it is. And the Indian poet is Kali Dasa. I haven't heard of him, but perhaps you have. So it is. Look to this day, for it is life, the very breath of life. In its brief course lie all the realities of your existence. Today, this moment, lie all the realities of your existence. The bliss of growth, the glory of action, and the splendor of beauty. Isn't it gorgeous? And don't clap because we haven't got much time. And but it is gorgeous. And it reminded me of a chrysalis. And in the last few months, the leaders know that at 65, I've been developing and growing myself enormously. I made massive changes in my life. And one of them involves a chrysalis. You know what a chrysalis is? Yeah, so you know that a chrysalis is that thing that a caterpillar kind of dissolves into, and they're extraordinarily beautiful vessels. Chrysalises. I'm not quite sure what you call a multiple of chrysalis. Anyway, they're beautiful. And out emerges something even more beautiful that went in. Because caterpillars are beautiful, aren't they? They're exquisite, some of them, in their beauty. And then what happens is they dissolve into an ooey-gooey mess. And they're within this chrysalis that creates a safe place for transformation to occur. And then they emerge as something even more beautiful. Or beautiful in a completely different way, as a butterfly. And to me, that's what Scentsy is. I've been speaking for 35 years, seriously, a long time. And I get to, 60, 70 more conferences a year. And there is something special, really special about Scentsy. You got that time. I know you'll know this. But it's the energy of Heidi and Orville and everybody on their team. But it's also, I think, there is this real truth that they do. Scentsy creates a chrysalis in which all of you can transform into something even more beautiful than what you are now. And the trouble is, most of us don't realize how beautiful we are right now. So, let's do something. I've invented this for you guys, okay? So, on the count of 3, we are going to do a ta-da hug. Now, don't do it yet, if I count to 3, because I have to explain it. And I'm really sorry for the people who are signed in. I do go very fast, sorry. Just to give them a little acknowledgement. Anyway, the ta-da hug. What you're going to do on the count of 3 is to turn to the person on one side, and hopefully you've got a person either side, your hashtag Scentsy buddy. I don't really do hashtags, John. I listen to Heidi, and I got hashtags everywhere now. So, hashtag ta-da hug. So, you're going to turn to the person on one side, and you are going to do a ta-da, like a ta-da, like a ta-da. And when little kids like this around them. We love ta-das. So you're going to go ta-da, which is a ta-da for the other person, and one for you. And then, so that's recognition, and we know how important recognition is for every single human being. And then we're going to follow it with a hug. Yes, a hug. And that's going to be the heart-to-heart connection that Scentsy gives us. Because how many of you have found you finally belong? You found your place. You found home. You found a place where you fit. And that is something that's going to be a kind of foundation piece. You found a place where you can be your hashtag best life. This is going to be your hashtag best you. So, you're going to hug, connect heart to heart. Then you're going to turn to the other side and do another. Now, if you turn to the person on the other side and you feel silly, I want you to listen to yourself and observe what's going on inside. Because you're in danger of suffering from faux what? Now, I know the leaders heard this, but it's all right because it's important to hear it again. What do you think this is? Fear of what others think. And honestly, I hate to burst your bubble. No one else is ever thinking about you, ever. Honestly, ever. And if you think they're sitting on either side of you right now, and they're going, oh, you're going to find this difficult, oh, this will be a challenge, you're wrong. No. They don't even know you exist because they're sitting in their own little bubble going, what? She wants us to have them, but I don't even know them. They're not in my group. They're not in my club. I've never seen them before. Awesome. That's how you connect with people. So you ready? You got the ta-da hug concept? On the count of three, you go ta-da! But put everything into it. Put your hashtag best into it. 1, 2, 3, go. Ta-da! Ta-da! You know, if I'd done this and there'd been 5,000 men in the room, you know what they would have done? Ta-da. Nobody would have talked. You get a bunch of women together, and the fellas, there's a lot of men in this room. I'm very impressed. What are we looking at? Oh, we're cheering the men. Oh, nice. See? Hashtag Scentsy love. Once I started on the hashtags, I went berserk. So, one of the core things that human beings need in life is to have that sense of belonging. That Scentsy is giving you in this chrysalis that is a safe place for you to transform. And if we think about it, who is in charge of our lives?
Yourself.
It's kind of a rhetorical question, but I want you to start thinking about it. Who's in charge of our lives? We are. And who's in charge of our feelings?
We are.
Although some people, if you're sitting in this room and you're thinking, well, they are. They're responsible for my feelings. No, they're not. No one else is responsible for your feelings. And who is it that is responsible for the thing that causes your feelings? And the thing, I'm giving you a hint, the thing that causes your feelings is your what? It's your T-K-I-N-G. What is it?
Talking.
And some of you, you're going to be looking and going, oh, well, duh. Of course. But do you know that I won't tell you, I'll get you a guess. Look, 90-something to 90-something% of the time, we are truly, literally unconscious of our thoughts. So what do you think it is? I'll help you.
95.
5 to 99% of the time. Seriously, we're literally unconscious of our thoughts. But we're making choices every single day, aren't we?
Yes.
So when you stop and think about it, we are in charge of our feelings, and it's our thinking that creates our feelings, isn't it? Go like this.
Yes.
It's our thinking that creates our feelings, but we're unconscious of our thoughts most of the time. So we can use the feelings as a clue to what it is that we're telling ourselves, can't we? Yes, we can. Yes. And it's a really good thing to do. So, how many of you have heard of epigenetics? Not that many. So, epigenetics means going beyond the genes. And there is a brilliant epigeneticist called Bruce Lipton who wrote a book called The Biology of Belief. And he's got a YouTube documentary too that goes for an hour. Whatever you do, watch it. Get your whole team together, watch it. Put your family in front of the video, have them watch it. Because what he's taught us is that it's not your genes that will determine your future. It's another B word when you're hashtag being your best self. It is a B, F. What is it? It's your beliefs.
Belief.
Now, we talk about beliefs all the time. But, everyone goes, oh, yeah, you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to believe this, you've got to believe that, blah, blah, blah. And we say it all the time, but how often do we actually sink into what a belief actually is? Do you know what a belief is? And again, leaders, I know you heard some of this, but it's important your teams hear it so you can deepen it for them. A belief is made up of a thought plus a thought plus a thought plus a thought. It's a repeated series of thoughts. And I've used the same example because I had so many leaders come up to me afterwards and say this made a difference for them. I would like you all to hear it. So how many of you would say that you were shy? Okay, that's like 3/4 of the room. Put their hands up. And so you have this, we would call a belief that you are shy. But guess what? You are not shy. You were not born shy. You can pop out here, look around and go, hi, I'm shy. You didn't do that. When you were a little baby toddler and you were scared somewhere and you clung onto mummy or daddy's leg and they dragged you around and tried to make you feel better and safe and they went, oh no, she's shy. He's shy, he's fine. No, he's just shy. By the time you've heard that thought, I'm shy, how many times? 5 or 6. What are you?
Shy.
You are not your story.
Amen.
You told yourself a story, which is a belief. That's what Bruce Lipton says. He says beliefs are stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. You are not your story. And any one of us can change our story anytime we like. So on the count of 3, you're going to turn to the person next to you on one side and then the other side that you've already connected with and hugged. And by the way, hashtag Scentsy Buddy. Hashtag Disney Buddy. When I have a new buddy, you're going to love this one. Hashtag Joy Buddy. Yay! So, you are going to turn to the person on one side who is forever from this day going to be your official Joy Buddy. And then to the other side, who is your second official Joy Buddy. And once more, some people will be going, oh yeah, well that's funny. But Joy Buddies are critical in life. And if you're still a bit cynical and you're sitting there going, yeah, I could do with a Joy Buddy, but I wish it was different. Stop it right now. Stop it. And so you're going to turn to your Joy Buddy on one side, and then the other. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. I got so convoluted myself. So you're going to turn to them and say, you are not your story. And then the other side, you are, and when you do this, look at them, will you? Don't be sitting there feeling faux what, and you're, oh, you are not your story. Don't shy. No, you're not. It's just a story, but that story has become the basis of every pattern of behavior you have. And every pattern and habit is based in that story, which is based on a fear, which we'll come to shortly. So, ready? Try to look happy, because remember, you're a Joy Buddy. So here we go. You're going to say, you are not your story. 1, 2, 3, go.
You're not your
You're not your story.
story.
or not your story.
Nice work, team. And by the way, can I just go, come on back, quick. Honestly, we haven't got much time. Can I just go back to giving you some acknowledgement? The number of you who have gone through extraordinary challenges and preparation and organisation for you to get here is amazing. Look, I've never seen a place before where there are stroller parking areas. I took a picture of it, sent it to my assistant at home. I said, look at this. And then, to top it all off, I saw a woman here with twins. Baby twins, like little teeny baby twins. Man, that woman's a superhero. And wait, there's more. You are so good, there's more. Like, I've seen 3 or 4 women with these gorgeous little babies wearing big ear puffs. It's so cute. Like, how intelligent are you? Because you knew this was going to be incredibly noisy. I have never seen that before. In my entire 35 years of speaking, I have never seen that. So that shows you just how #special Scentsy is, and how smart you are, and how considerate the people who organised this event are. Yeah. It's really amazingly special, you guys. It really is. So, the story we tell ourselves and the effort that we put into coming is really laudable. Go you, because you have gone from a caterpillar and a caterpillar's life. You've come into the chrysalis, this amazing, incredible stage thing chrysalis, this environment where there are all these hearts that are connecting. And it's up to you what you emerge as. But you'll know it's going to be even more beautiful than when you started. And you are the one that has to make the change in the chrysalis. Scentsy has provided you with the chrysalis. You're safe. Talk to everybody here. Learn as much as you can. Because here's a bell curve. Do you know what the bell curve is? Who's heard of the bell curve? I don't want to bore people. Okay, quite a lot of them. And I think Heidi's done this too, so it ties into something Heidi said. And basically the bell curve is roughly split into 3. And there are this end, which is like 1% of people. These are the people that we would call successful. These are the superstars and directors and people like that. These are the people with a growth mindset. And Heidi's talked to you about that. And what was the one thing, in case some of you didn't hear it, the one thing that if you praise, it develops a growth mindset. I'll help you.
Effort.
It's effort. If you praise effort, you develop a growth mindset. If you praise skills, talents, abilities, or intelligence, you actually develop a fixed mindset, which is the opposite end of where you want to be. This is the end where all the fear is. These are the people who are actually walking dead. No, I'm not being unkind, they're just true. They're like the walking dead. That says walking dead, I haven't got time. Now, over here, the people are fully living. These are the people who live life with gratitude. That says gratitude. These are the people who live life with entitlement. They go through, these are the people who get a bit complacent. These are the people who are cynical and pessimistic. You don't want to be down there. And in the middle, there's a whole lot of people who are average. These are people who like, they have occasional flashes of brilliance. And I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone who wakes up and goes, I just want to be average today. I'm a deep drive and passion for average. No one does. But very few of us take the action to get up to this section. And honestly, these are the people who are living #best life. These ones, they're just existing. And these ones really, the truth is, they suck. And before anybody gets upset, I don't run, I promise Chuck I'll be clean. But I'm not dirty normally, it's just that Aussies have a very different sense of humour. So, ever suck. The thing is that they are stuck. And the T is the difference that makes the difference. The T is the difference that makes the difference. And what do you think it stands for? Our? What is it?
Thinking.
Yes. And we already know that 95 to 99% of the time, we don't even know we're having a thought. We just feel something, or we just reacted. It's like a reflex. You know, you step on a pin and your leg goes up. Did you have to think, whoa, I stepped on a pin. I must lift my foot off the ground and not put it back in that same place. No, it's already happened somewhere else before you've even flipped. And because we've got the stories running the program in the background, we behaved in a pattern that we don't even know we've done it. So one of the greatest gifts that I can give you and share with you today is for you to become an O-V-E-R of your thinking. What is it?
Over.
I'll help you. Observer, yes. If you become an observer of your thinking, and let me give you an example. You know when I said you turn, I know what we can do. On the count of 3, I want you to turn to your joy buddy on one side and then the other, and you're going to grab them by their shoulders. You're going to shake them like this and say, wake up! Wake up! Wait till I count to 3, wait till I count to 3. And then the other side, wake up! Now, stop. Catch yourself. What did you say to yourself? As I said, on the count of 3, you're going to turn to your joy buddy. These people, they're going, awesome, another exercise. I love these. Awesome. These people, they're going, oh, yeah, what are we going to do now? And these people go, I knew I shouldn't have come today. Seriously. And when you are out there, being your own chrysalis for other people, creating a safe space for them to transform into their #best version. When you're out there, find these people quickly and run. Run. Don't walk, run. You spend 80% of your time with these people. It's not smart. These are the people going, I don't know anyone. I'm no good at social media. Life is terrible. I'm suffering. I'm trying really hard. And you know they're not. Gently release them. Your chrysalis is not for them. There's only a tiny number of people. You know, this doesn't mean go home and dismiss your entire team. So it means, if that's the case, you look at yourself deep inside. But it means that these people will have different tapes running in their backgrounds because the stories are the things, our thoughts, are things we tell ourselves. So as you turn into this, fill yourself because you've got a choice. Every moment of every day you have a choice. Every nanosecond of every day, you're making a choice. Am I going to sit and listen, or am I going to be on Facebook? Am I going to engage with the person next to me, or am I going to look at them and think you have weird hair? Will I mix and mingle with people outside, or am I just going to shop, or listen to music, or go to the shop? Am I going to go to the shop and I'm going to make someone's life greater, or am I just going to take everything I can? Take an 11,000-pound bag home. All of this is what we're telling ourselves. So with a completely open heart, turn to your joy buddy on the count of 3, grab them by the shoulders and shake them and say, wake up! Because we've got to wake up and start to observe the unconscious thoughts and fears that have been ruling our lives. So you ready?
Yay!
1, 2, 3, go! Awesome. I love Scentsy. Scentsy love. Now, remembering that we've got this curve, here's the next piece. And this gets very deep if you choose to let it. So consciously, that says consciously, choosing. If there's anybody visual in the room, this is very disturbing for you. Keep breathing. It's a good exercise in stress reduction. You'll come back to this, you have to watch this video, and you'll remember what it means. And you can show it to your teams, and show it to the teams that you're going to grow. Because if you go back to the beliefs and you become an observer of your thinking and the story you're telling yourself, how many of you sit there going, I'd love to be a star, but I don't think I could ever get there. I'd love to be a director, but that'll be too hard too, because I'm shy, and I don't know anyone, and I'm no good at selling, and life sucks. We don't even know we're telling ourselves these stories. Every single one of you is a gorgeous, unique caterpillar right now. You have every capacity to dissolve into an ooey gooey mess. Thank you to David Martin, who's been helping me unleash who I really am, find out who I really am, who's been a chrysalis for me. You can become an ooey gooey mess in here. And that ooey gooey mess, and I'm still in the ooey gooey mess phase myself. I'm not quite sure who I am. Seriously. And if you looked at me from the outside, you would go, wow, look at her. She's like a speaker. She must be really successful. And I've been a speaker for 35 years, and I'm like some kind of old legend to still be doing it at this age. And seriously. And you know, I still have so far to go. But I am so grateful that I actually found someone who could help me truly go into an ooey gooey mess. Because as I live through the ooey gooey mess and I breathe and keep breathing through the ooey gooey mess, I am going to emerge so much more peaceful. For years, for maybe 15 years now, I wrote a book on joy called Joy's an Inside Job. I felt like the biggest fraud on earth. Here I am speaking, all these people about joy, blah, 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 and I was the most joyless person I knew. It was horrible. But I know as I go through this ooey gooey mess phase, I will emerge and I will have what real joy is, which is an inner peace, and I'll know who I am. And that's where you are now. Thank you for clapping, but no, we honestly haven't got time. And I know that you guys, if you choose to, can become an ooey gooey mess. You can start to look at the stories. You are not your story, hashtag, that you've been telling yourself. They are not true. You are a gorgeous, beautiful, unique caterpillar. Amen. With amazing potential, and you are doing amazing things already. Look, you got here. Look at all you had to do to get here. You had to buy little baby earmuffs, some of you. And some of you probably cooked meals for the family for the week. And yet you're here willing to grow. And Michael Gerber wrote a book called The E-Myth, which stands for the Entrepreneur's Myth. He said most entrepreneurs fail because they're too, and you're entrepreneurs, by the way, most entrepreneurs fail because they're so busy working in their business. They don't take time out to work on their business. And the same with life. Most of us are living in our lives and so consumed with the daily drama, we never take time out to work on our lives. We think writing a bucket list is working on our lives. No, it's not. It helps. But if you just look at the bucket list, you're going to die with a bucket list. And this whole event, this coming to this chrysalis, this beautiful, gorgeous chrysalis, is about you working on your life. So quickly, we haven't got much time, so quick, give your joy buddy, whom you love, that you connected with heart to heart, that you've woken up, quickly give them a high five and go, great job. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. High five, great job. High five, great job. Awesome. And if we go a bit further, what's the most important, and Chuck mentioned this, what's the most important thing in life? What does everything in life run on? I have to add this through, yeah, because I got caught once spelling this out. It's feelings. Of course it's feelings. Everything in life is about feelings. When you leave here, what's happening? You're in the chrysalis. You're learning. You're connecting. You're developing. You're growing. You'll feel more confident when you leave here. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to leave here and you'll be at the airport, because you'll take over the airport in Austin, and there'll be people singing and cheering and hugging. Joy bunnies! Hashtag bye! And you'll be fired up. And you'll get home and everybody go, Mom, Dad, blah, blah, blah. And you'll go, oh, life. And there's a danger you won't do anything different, because you will feel overwhelmed again. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to remember that your hashtag joy buddy is actually your accountability buddy and your resilience buddy. And if you choose to accept your mission, you are to call or meet with your joy buddy once a month. Observe your thinking. How many of you are going, awesome, what a great idea! I never thought of that. What? What are we going to do? What? Twice a 2 people every month? I've got time to scratch myself, let alone call it. If you choose to call your joy buddies once a month, just for 20 minutes or so, you're going to be working on your business and working on your life. So that when you go back and things overwhelm you, you can talk to them and you can get back to feeling your new beautiful self again. And you can develop your new beautiful self. And by the way, I did say this to the leaders, but it's important leaders. There was a man who was watching a butterfly emerge from a chrysalis, and he noticed the butterfly struggling. It was like, kind of a butterfly fashion. And he felt sorry for the butterfly. So after a few hours, he took a little teeny pair of scissors and cut the opening. But then the butterfly went poof out. But guess what? It was completely deformed. And it died a short time afterwards. Because the struggle the butterfly goes through to get out of that teeny little hole is what pushes the fluid out of its body into the wings. And that's how the butterfly emerges. So your joy buddy is there to help you through the struggle of you emerging from the chrysalis. You can be anything you want to be. And I know it's easy for people to say that, yeah, you can be anything you want to be, go achieve. But the truth is, you can. It's how you choose to, and the story you choose to tell yourself. So talk to your joy buddy about your stories. Now, the other thing is, F words. So if we go back to feeling again, no, it's clean. If we go back to, everything in life is about feelings. What's the most important thing in life? What is it? It's how you about
yourself.
How you feel about yourself determines how you interact with everyone else. And the 3 core fears that stop us feeling good about ourselves. The first one is, I am not worth loving. A lot of women get this one. And a lot of men get this, but women can get it too. The second part of this is, I am not good enough. And that says enough. I know it's not spelled properly too. So, I took this one stage further, because the reason I know about these things is I've got the trifecta, and I don't have time to share with you the story. The leaders know, you can ask them. But I am worthless. I didn't even get, I'm not worth loving. I'm 65 now. When I was 64, I learned that I had told myself from 0 to 7, because usually these fears are embedded between 0 and 7. When I was 3, I told myself I was worthless. Worthless, not even worth loving. And that was the program the rest of my life ran on. Now, fortunately for me, I just didn't turn to alcohol like my father. I chose to channel it in a different direction, but it carried lots of problems along the way. 2 marriages and a whole lot of other stuff. But anyway, this is not true. Who I loving. You are absolutely good enough, and it doesn't mean that we can't improve and become best versions, hashtag. Does it work if you put a hashtag at the end? No. Sorry. Hashtag best version then. So, on the count of 3 joy buddies. If you're sitting next to a girl joy buddy, you are going to turn to your joy buddy, you're going to look deeply into their eyes and observe what you're thinking when I said that. It's a choice. And you're going to say, you are so worth loving. And then if it's a boy joy buddy, you're going to say, you are so good enough. And then listen. Observe, 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 observe. If you hear a little voice in your head going, no, you're not, there's work to be done. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You're
you
worth
are
loving.
so worth loving. You are so good enough. Awesome. Now, quick, come back. Because we've got tons to go through. Come on back. You can hug if you want to, but do it quickly. Now, the second core fear is I am unsafe in some way. And if you had an alcoholic parent, or a parent with mental health issues, or a parent who was drug addict, you are going to have a deep core fear of I am unsafe in some way. And usually that shows up in life as control freak.
Mom.
As my husband, my now ex-husband, but very good friend, did try to point out to me in the early days of our marriage that I was possibly a little controlling, but I was the one who had done psychology. I was the one who had a master's. I knew what he was doing. He was just projecting. So not. It took me a while, but I did realise it was me. And then the last core fear is separation. This is the biggie. Humans hate being separated. Humans need to belong. Loneliness, which is endemic now. If you're feeling lonely, it's the equivalent of smoking a packet of cigarettes a day in terms of the effect on your health. Scentsy is a blessing for everyone, because when you come to the Scentsy family, you find a family. And just because they're not a biological family doesn't matter. For most of us, a biological family don't do it anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so, you know, a biological family is there to help us with challenges by giving them to us. And so, I'm kidding. Everything's like hiding all of our families. And so are all your families, I'm sure. But remember, belonging is really important. And so this brings us to the unique. I've got 2 things to show you that are specially created just for you. So here's the first thing. I don't know where to put it now. I'm so excited about it. So we're going to get rid of those fears, right? Remember what the fears are? And I've got a YouTube channel, Amanda Gore TV, and if you want to show your team just little clips, there's little 10-minute bits everywhere. But I'm sure Scentsy will make this available for you as well. So here's the technique. You're going to love it. It's the OMG technique.
Oh my God.
That stands, before everybody gets upset, that stands for observe my gratitude. And there are 2 layers to it. One is you can just go forth from this day out, this particular chrysalis moment, and you can choose to observe your gratitude in every moment. Because gratitude is the antidote to anything that is upsetting. If you choose to find gratitude for everyone and for everything that happens to you, no matter how bad it looks, if you choose to find gratitude for it, it's the master reframer. It changes everything. It stops your stress to a large degree. It changes your physiology. And at the second level, if we look at the things that we can observe and what my role is in everything we do, and then choose gratitude, everything changes. And I had to look at my notes for this because I haven't done it before. I wrote lots of things. And I will make some little, I don't know, what do you call little things like handouts, digital handouts, so that you